Next, Mr. Chairman, is Mr. Mark Howell. Mr. Howell?
Hello, my name is Mark Heil, 1520 Bexhill Road, Henrico, Virginia, and I'm going to give my time to Mr. Philip Van Cleve of the Virginia Citizens Defense League.
I got my timer going, so I'm going to try and stay well under your 5 minutes. Philip Van Cleve, President of the Virginia Citizens Defense League, and I brought with me copies of of a resolution that we have as a sample resolution that have been adopted by a lot of counties, and I'll hand that to the clerk when I'm done, and he can distribute that to the board. This is something right now that is sweeping Virginia. We now have 16 counties since about 5 days after the election is when this started. 16 counties are on board with the resolution. And we expect a lot more. There's about 40 that are looking at it right now. And we expect quite a few, if not all of them, to come over and adopt the resolution. What this is about are the counties standing up for the citizens in the county, saying to the General Assembly that the right to keep and bear arms is a right. It's something that is protected by Article 1, Section 13 of the Virginia Constitution and the Second Amendment of the Federal Constitution. It's so critical that it was enshrined in the constitutional amendments. And the governor has admitted that the bills that he was pushing for right after the massacre in Virginia Beach would not have stopped the massacre, would not have changed anything if every one of them was in place beforehand. And the same thing with Virginia Tech, wouldn't have helped. So the question is, what is this about? Right now in Virginia, if you take the letter Y and lay it on its side, it's a graph that reflects the crime has been dropping, continues to drop year after year, the violent crime, and gun ownership has been continuing to rise to extreme levels. The two are going in opposite directions, more gun owners, less crime. There is no emergency in this. If you look at data from the state that the coroner's office has, which he's publishes with the Department of Health, if you look at every city, you can see little areas where the murders are committed. There's very few other murders committed outside the poverty-driven areas of the state where there's high crime rates, drug use, just abject poverty. Those are the dangerous places where people are getting killed. And it's not a generic problem, but these bills go after people like me and all the people wearing orange in this audience. That's who they're going after. If Virginia consisted of these kind of people, we wouldn't need keys anymore. But that's who they're going after. And that's why they've had literally 1,000 people show up at Bedford a few nights ago. I was in Amherst. It was not only standing room only in the room, it went out the doors and out of the building around the parking lot. They had a huge turnout in Powhatan a couple nights ago. This is a big deal to gun owners. This is absolutely a big deal. It has woken up people that have probably been asleep for a long time, but this has gotten everybody's attention because they're coming for everything but the kitchen sink. Literally, one of these bills, SB 16, will take firearms that these people have and have had legally bought, went through the system, did everything right, and if that passes, they will become felons if they don't turn over that property with no compensation. And some of these guns can run $1,500 or more. No compensation, nothing, and giving up their right to defend themselves. That's how crazy this has gotten. It's sort of gun derangement syndrome at the General Assembly. They just lost it. The leadership is running amok. So this is really just, look, the concept is this is standing up to the General Assembly and just saying we don't need more of this gun control aimed at the good people. You want to aim it directly at criminals, knock yourself out, go for that. But don't affect these people. We've done nothing wrong. That's what it says. It also sends a beacon up to people like the sheriff and the Commonwealth attorney as to what the county is looking at as to protecting our rights. We're depending on our local government to be watching out for us because they're in a position to at least be able to communicate things. I know there's agendas that go to the General Assembly every year, and the part of the agenda can be let's not do any more gun control. So that's that's why I'm hoping that you will consider this resolution and put it on the docket. Let's get it voted on, and let's have a chance. They're depending on you to protect them. And just briefly, how many here are in favor of them past? All right. Thank you very much. And 5 minutes right in the button. Thank you.
Thank you.